Hello everyone, myself Umar Mulani, working as Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department of Shell Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yedrao, Itsalgaranji. As I am handling the Competitive Programming 1 subject for third year students in Computer Science and Engineering Department. Let's today we'll discuss about a certain concept within this is algebra. As many of you know about mathematical concepts, in that we are going to be discussed about the algebraic concepts. So, in high school, algebra is basically limited to the study of equation, define over operation, addition, and multiplication. As we have studied about different kinds of mathematical operations or mathematical concepts where we are known to do certain kinds of operations such as addition, multiplication, division, and um, subtraction. These are the operations are performed which will consider as a basic operation which will be do while you are studying on the mathematics subjects. And later we seen about the different kinds of integration, derivation, and certain kinds of complex representation of values or complex representation of numbers which give the idea about what is mathematics. In in concern with that, the algebraic representation is also one of the important concept which will give the better idea about how we can implement them into the programming language. While doing the programs, you may come across with a certain kinds of formulas or certain kinds of mathematical representations which will be used to solve a given problem, and that problem will be basically representing about certain calculations or certain formula which used to find the different kinds of logics, different kinds of methods which are used to define or to solve given problem. The most important class of formula are the polynomial such that p of x is equal to c0 plus c1 x plus c2 x2 plus and so on. So this is one of the polynomial formula which used uh, during the calculation or during the solution of a given problems. And for this polynomial where x is the variable and ci is the coefficient of the ith term xi, as x which will be considered as a one kind of variable and c will be defining the coefficient of the x, and that x will be varies from the values up to xi, that is ith value, the given value from the user which will be defined as ith value of the term xi. The degree of polynomial is the largest I such that Ci is non-zero. And one more thing one should understand here is that while representing about the polynomial, the largest value of I which will be represented with the Ci, it should be a non-zero. That it should not be considered as a zero value. More than the zero value will be considered to be represent about your ith value in terms of your x, and always the polynomial is going to be represent for the non-zero values which will be represented to certain solution of the given problems. Next, we'll discuss about manipulating polynomials. As we discussed about the polynomials, what the polynomial is going to be considered. Now we'll discuss about manipulating polynomials. The most natural representation for nth degree invariant, that is one variable polynomial, is as an array of n plus 1 coefficient C0 through Cn. So here one should understand that the natural representation for the polynomials means the n degree, which we'll consider as the variable, one variable of the polynomial, which will be represented with the array of n plus 1, where the coefficient of that variable or the coefficient of that polynomial is going to be represented with the c of c0 to the cn. Such a representation makes short work of the basic arithmetic operation on the polynomials. Such kind of representation generally work for the simplest form of arithmetic operation, or we may say some small operations of some small operation of arithmetic will be done by using this kind of coefficient polynomials. And in concern with that, we're going to be discussed about what uh, evolution will be taken place for the polynomials. Suppose if I am computing p of x for some given x can easily be done by brute force. Uh, by using the brute force, we can compute the value of p of x if the x value is given, then we can easily find out what will be the value of p of x by using the brute force. And namely, we can say the computing of each c I x raised to n independently and adding them together. Generally, the computing will be done with the independently, and afterwards we're going to be add them individually, and then we'll get the resulting value by combining them or by calculating them adding together. Then we'll get the value of that particular variable. Where we can find the trouble in that is the cost of O of in bracket n2 multiplication, whereas on suffice, and you may find the certain kinds of difficulties while you are finding the cost of particular operation or the particular computations, as it will be the cost we're going to be defined such that as O in bracket n2, whereas we may consider that is on will be the suffix which will be used to find the calculation of a particular operation or the particular polynomial, and the cost will be defining on the different kinds of values which will be provided for the polynomial. And the secret which will be noted for the CR, noted for that xi is equal to xi minus 1 x. So if we compute the terms from smallest degree to the highest degree, we can keep track of the current power of x and get away with 2 multiplication per terms, and the terms will be going to be represented as xi minus 1 into x, or we can say that is we can represent xi into ci into xi. So here one should understand about, if I am going to be computing the value from the smallest to the highest degree, one should keep track of the power of x. Means if I am going to be calculating the values from smallest to the largest, I need to keep track of the values or the power of x, and to get away from the multiplication of the terms xi minus 1 into x, and then ci into xi. This one should be keep in mind while find out in the computation from highest smallest to the highest degree of the polynomial. And one more another one is the addition and the subtraction. and this what we can say it is a basic representation for polynomial, as adding and subtracting polynomial is even easier than the sum operation on log integer since there is no borrowing or carrying. As if I am doing the polynomial for addition and the subtraction, as it not contain any borrowing or any carrying carrying of the values from one to the another, so it will be very easy to find out the addition and the subtraction of the polynomial. Simply add or subtract the coefficient of the ith term for the all I from 0 to the maximum degree. Generally, we can find the coefficient from 0 and to the maximum degree, which is represented for the given addition and the subtraction of the polynomial. So the manipulating polynomials, which will then going to be considered about different kinds of arithmetic operation which will be performed on the polynomial, one which will be having a evolution and maybe having a certain kinds of addition and the subtraction. Apart from that, we can do other operations such as multiplication. The product of polynomial P of x and Q of x is the sum of the product of even pair of terms, whereas terms comes from different polynomials. Even though if I am doing the multiplication of the two polynomials, uh, consider here is a P of x and Q of x. These are the two terms, or these are the two polynomials. We need to do the multiplication of them. Then the sum of these products of this every pair of the terms, which will comes with a different polynomial, and this what we can do here, the multiplication of P of x and Q of x, which will be equal to summation of I equal to 0, the degree of P, uh, whereas summation of j is equal to 0, limit is j equal to 0, and the degree will be q. Then ci and ji in a bracket xi raised to I plus j. This is the equation which will be used to find out the polynomial of given variables or the given product p of x and q of x. Such all against all operation is called a convolution. Generally, this will called as an convolutional because all operations are going to be represented with the against all variables or all polynomials within the equations. Then comes the division. Dividing polynomial is tricky business since the polynomials are not closed under the division. As generally, if you say about the polynomial, if I am going to use a polynomial, generally the division operation is not going to be performed, or rarely it is going to be used. So note that 1 divided by x may or may not be true of uh, true of as polynomial. Since it is x minus 1, then we may say it is going to be represented with the 2x divided by in bracket x2 plus 1 certainly is not going to be the correct way to represent about your division by using the polynomial. It is an rational function. Generally, we'll call this is one of the rational function which is going to be used. So here, hence, we should understand from here is that the polynomial will not going to be used for the division, and if it's going to be used, very tricky operation will be performed, and generally when the polynomial which is used for the division is going to be considered as a rational function. Sometimes polynomials are sparse, meaning that many coefficient Ci is equal to 0. Sufficiently sparse polynomial should be represented as linked list of coefficient, or may say the degree here. Generally, we may say that is polynomial if having the coefficient is Ci is equal to 0, then polynomial generally represent with the linked list, and which will be of which will be considered as an degree of pair. And multivariate polynomials are defined for more than one variables. More than one variables are going to be used for the multivariate polynomials. So this is all about manipulating the polynomials. Generally manipulating the polynomials, which comes with the evolution, then addition, subtraction, then multiplication, and the division. These are the polynomial operations which are performed, and one will get the different kinds of values or the result depending on the what kind of coefficients, polynomial coefficients we are going to be passing with the variables. Then the root finding, how we are going to be finding the roots for the polynomial. A given polynomial p of x and a target number t. The problem of root finding is identifying any or all x such that px is equal to t. So if I want to find out the root of the polynomial, generally we are going to be represent its target, and then we are going to be find out what the root we are getting for the variable x. So it may be going to be represented as p of x is equal to t. If p of x is the first degree polynomial, the root is simply x is equal to t minus a of 0 divided by a1, whereas ai is the coefficient of xi in p of x. Here one should understand that if someone want to find out the degree of polynomial, or we may say that is root of a given value by using the polynomial, then it is going to be represented with the x is equal to in bracket t minus a0 divided by a1, where ai is the coefficient of xi which is represented in the p of x. If p of x is a second degree polynomial, then quadratic equation applies, and generally if I consider the p of x is in a second degree polynomial, then the equation will be like this: x is equal to minus a1 plus minus in the root of a1 raised to 2 minus 4a2 in bracket a0 minus 3, and 4 is divided by a2 2a2. This is the equation we need to apply if the p of x is in a secondary degree polynomial. There are more complicated formulas for solving third and the fourth degree polynomial before, and good time is going to be A. So close from the exist for the root of fifth degree or higher degree equation. So if you want to find out the third degree and the fourth degree, it will be more complicated, or we may say that it is not going to be choose to find out the root for the third degree and the fourth degree equation. Next it comes logarithms. Generally we will find the logarithms are represented everywhere in the calculator, and which will be less used by the users, but even though you will find that every calculator will having the logarithmic uh, buttons, and which will not going to be used by the users. You may even have forgotten why they are there. Logarithms is simply as inverse exponential function. Generally, it is an inverse exponential function saying that b of b raised to x is equal to y is equivalent to say that x is equal to log by. Generally, it is going to be considered that if I am finding uh, b raised to x is equal to y, then we can represent this with the logarithmic representation is that x is equal to log b y. So x value I am getting it by log b y, which will going to be represented as same with the b raised to x is equal to y. The b terms is known as the base of the logarithm. The two bases are of the particular importance for mathematical and historical reasons. Two bases which are going to be important for the mathematical and historical reason. The natural log usually denoted in x is a base e is equal to 2.71828 and so on. This is what the logarithms we are going to be used. Means exponential value e generally is going to be used, and you will find that if you are doing certain complex operation on calculator, at the end you will find that it will represent with the exponential value. The inverse of 1n x is exponential function, that is exponential of x is equal to ex. Thus, by composing these functions, we get exponential of inverse of x is equal to x. This is what the logarithmic operations we are going to perform, and if you will get by the different values while we are using the logarithmic operations. Now here we're going to be see what kind of libraries, what are the libraries which are used to understand about the algebras and certain different mathematical operations or mathematical purpose. So if you see about the libraries which are going to be used in the C++, so this is what generally we are going to be use maths.h, which will be included as one of the library for C and C++. And what kind of this math.h will be provided within the header files is double floor in bracket double x. This is what chop of fractional part of x generally is going to be used, and double cell double x rises x to the next largest integer. For that purpose we can using this syntax, whereas double fabs in bracket double x that will be used for the compute absolute value of x. And next what we are having a double square root double x that will be used to compute the square root of the given values. Next we are having a double exp double x that is used for the computing the exponential value of the x. Double log in bracket double x, which will be used to represent about the computing of the base value of e in the logarithm. And double log 10 in bracket double x generally used to find out the log of 10 where will be base will be the 10. And double power, that is pow double x double y, which will be used to compute x raised to y. So this is what certain kinds of mathematical libraries which are used while you are solving a given problem by using C and C++. So this is all about this unit number 5, representing about the algebraic equation and the algebra. I hope you guys are understand about what algebraic representation is there, in which we have seen about certain exponential values or certain kinds of operations which are performed on the algebra and different algorithms, uh, algorithmic operations we have seen. Thank you. Thank you.